WesWes Show.
Probably the ugly and probably well over talked. Let's take some quick points on the Spencer Leniu racial slur against Ezra Mam. Yeah. Your thoughts, Stace?
Yeah, I just saw recently, it looks like Spencer, he's admitted what he said and he's apologized to Ezra. So that's essentially an admission of guilt, I guess.
Yeah.
So I guess the question now is how long should he get? And on a footy field, there's a lot of trash talk and a lot of shitty comments and insults that get hurled on the footy field. And I think Spencer had called him basically any other insult. It would have been, like water off a duck's back for someone like Ezra. But I watched that game and I saw Mam's face, and man, he was rattled by that comment. Eh? You then hear that he was reduced to tears in the change room afterwards, and you can see that some previous sort of trauma attached to that comment for him. So from that perspective, he shouldn't have been put in that position and have to deal with that sort of shit. So, Spencer's got to cop something for it. I think he should get a longer ban for it just because it's these racial connotations involved. So maybe, I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks or something like that. But it's just sad that, it's such a great event in Vegas and trying to promote the game. And this is sort of taking over the headlines a bit there.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I found myself laughing at first, especially with the post-match interview, where he was just kind of casual about it, which just goes to show, like, I
He
don't know,
didn't turn
man.
up to
I don't want
those
to say
PR trainings when he was at Penrith. See?
that's the thing. Like, at first I had my foot on both sides. And this is the thing about Islanders and Samoans in general. We kind of have, especially our generation and before us, we have thick skin, man. Our parents migrated to New Zealand, and we feel the shit that they had to put up with. We've all played footy. If you will, we had to put up with shit off the footy field. But I think this is like a lesson in society now. Is that like, when we deal with stuff growing up with racism, what we do, we fussy those motherfuckers.
Yeah.
We can't do that now, man. And not only that, when we're playing amateur club footy. These guys are dealing with, this is professional, this is their job. Would you put up with racism in your workplace? Nah, bro, you'd be gone. You'd be going into HR. And this is something that Leniu is got to understand. And being a young man, I kind of understand. I kind of understand where he's coming from, and maybe his upbringing is similar to ours. That we should talk on the field, man. We call people out, but at the same time, man, these guys go through training. They go through PR training. They go through cultural awareness training. There's kind of no excuse for his one, the slur, and two, that post-match analysis, that post-match interview, which was it was probably poor from the Roosters management, man. I mean, you got to bring that guy off, bro. They got a media team or whatever, and it's similar like fighting, like when the sports are finished and they've got the adrenaline still in them, and they're probably not talking out from their heart. But I'll give him credit; he's come out with the apologies.
Yep.
But like a few days later, that's more to do with fuck you, he wants to doesn't want a lengthy ban. You don't want a lengthy ban, but I think and looking at the trolls online, bro, it's probably more of a good education for us Samoans in general that we're mockers. Yeah. We fucking make fun of people, but we love with all our heart as well. But we got to understand, man. There are words, and we've got to understand history as well. Certain animals mean certain things, man. So, and got to look at what the Meolis and what the Apolikis put up with. This is a historical slur, so we can't just do what we normally do, like sticks and stones, like we'll give it back. We've got to be understanding, man, and not only that, the biggest thing for me, man, Spencer Leniu, man, you ain't earned the right to shit talk like that, bro. Come on, you out of all the 4 props. You're the less meters maker, and now you're becoming like, this is an opportunity for you to cement your place as elite prop, as a starting prop. And I think that was poor from him, man. Like, and as well as that, bro, like, you showcasing our culture, bro. You know, that was a bit of a blimp on the game, man. Everyone's talking about that. Whereas, for example, was this Tyrell May coming off the bench? Fuck, how good was he?
Again, eh?
How good was he? Like, man, talk with your actions, bro. Hey, you know what I mean? Don't become one of those guys where, like last year, Hargrave sprayed you and you're like, didn't do nothing. Now it's going to be suspended. So, I love anyone who puts on that Tosa more jersey, but man, I urge him to, man, just deal with your actions, bro. Like, fucking become an enforcer through your actions, not through shit talking, man.
Yeah, I was similar to you, bro. Like, just really just changed my perspective on the whole thing, you know, just had a laugh and like, come on, man, Ezra, like, why'd you? But yeah, and I guess we'd be jumping up and down if it was a white guy that said it to him from the Roosters. But then, kind of, you know, being an Islander Samoan, like you're saying, like it's just that thick-skinned. But I think it's a reality check for all of us. Like, it's no longer okay. Like, we've all been putting up with this, and then hearing one of the Usos say it to someone, like, oh, it should be okay, but it's like, actually, no, it's not. And hopefully it kind of makes us harder on it too. Like, we shouldn't be saying those things to anyone. And so kind of, you know, just our thick skinnedness kind of needs to flip as well, especially for our kids and, you know, the younger generation, like stamping it out and going, actually, you know, it's not okay. So probably lessons for everyone, especially Spencer. So I feel sorry for him. Like, you know, he's good chance to stamp his authority, but I think they're going to come down hard on him. Hopefully not too hard.
Might be a
Because, I
few
mean,
weeks,
there's so many
Jerry.
other guys have done this kind of crap too. So, yeah, maybe just a few weeks to just think about it, reset. Yeah.
Oh, I'll be surprised if he ends up with a few weeks, to be honest. Just because there's been a massive sort of public outcry as well on the back of it. So I wonder if they might try to make an example of him just to try to set their tone and say, hey, look, this isn't tolerated. And that will stamp it out for good. If you give him 2 weeks, I don't know, does that stamp it out the game? And does that say that you're serious about
I'll be
getting rid of it?
surprised. Nah, I think it's going to be minimum 4. Look at all the work the NRL does about diversity, especially our Poliki culture.
Yeah.
You know, it would be a bad look if they, you know, a little slap on theirs. I think they'll come down hard, man.
Fair enough.